Today we're taking a look at our entire line of Pro lens adapters for Fujifilm X-mount cameras. Hey everyone, Sean here with Fotodiox.com. Have you ever wanted to mount a different lens mount type on your Fujifilm X-mount camera? Well, here at Fotodiox, we offer an entire line of lens adapters to do just that. We've got a pretty massive collection of lens adapters for Fujifilm X-mount cameras, and here's a list of all of the lenses we support for this system. As you can see, it's a pretty big list, but let's focus in on one of the more confusing adapters. This is our Fujica 35 to Fujifilm X-mount lens adapter. And yeah, it's pretty confusing because it's Fuji and Fuji. This confuses a lot of people, but basically this is a lens mount system that was made in the 70s and 80s. It is the Fujica 35 SLR lens mount. So we made an adapter to let you mount these vintage lenses on your Fujifilm X-mount camera. You're just going to line up the yellow dot with the red dot, lock the lens to the adapter, and then line up the red dot on the adapter with the red dot on the camera. And there you go. Now you've got this beautiful 35mm Fujica lens on a Fujifilm X-mount camera. This is one of my favorite Pro lens adapters we sell here at Fotodiox. This is the ND Throttle lens adapter. It is a lens adapter with a built-in variable ND filter. So as you can see, as you turn this blue ring, it actually is adjusting the variable neutral density filter built into the adapter and cutting the light that's coming through the lens before it hits your sensor. All right, this is the Canon FD version. So you're going to line up the red dot on the FD lens with the red dot on the adapter. You're going to want to make sure that you also have the white install arrow pointing to the red dot. Line up the red dots. And then if this was an older Canon FD lens, you'd actually turn a breech lock on the FD lens. But because this is newer, you just turn the lens to lock it to the adapter. Line up the red dot on the adapter with the red dot on the camera. And there we go. Now we have this beautiful vintage glass mounted on my Fujifilm X-mount camera with the variable ND control built in. It is a perfect tool if you're using adapted lenses to shoot video with. Because with this variable ND control built behind the lens, you can shoot wide open, shallow depth of field video, beautiful cinematic video, and just use this ring back here to cut the light. If you shoot video with a Fujifilm X-mount camera and you're using adapted lenses, I highly recommend it. Here are all the lens mount types our Fuji X-mount ND throttles support. Okay, the next adapter we're going to look at is super useful. This is our DLX Stretch lens adapter, and it actually packs 3 functions into one adapter. The first function, obviously, is it adapts a lens. But the second function is pretty cool. It has a built-in helicoid focus. So as you can see, as I turn this ring, it actually adjusts the back focus of the adapter, which means you can turn pretty much any adapted lens into a close focus / macro lens, which is great for close-up macro photos and videos. And the third function is drop-in ND filters. It actually comes with a pack of 3, an ND4, an ND8, and an ND16. And yeah, you just turn the adapter over, pop the filter in. It's magnetic, so it locks in place. And there you go. Now, not only do you have an adapted lens with macro focus capabilities built into the adapter, you also can put ND filters behind. You don't have to buy various ND filters to put on the front of different adapted lenses you're using, and it also allows you to shoot shallow depth of field video and long exposures. Here's a list of all the lens mounts we support for our Fujifilm X-mount DLX Stretch Adapters. The next 2 adapters we're looking at are musts for architecture photographers. This is our Shift adapter, and this is our Tilt ROKR adapter. The Shift adapter allows you to shift adapted lenses left and right on your Fujifilm X-mount camera. As you can see, we push down this silver button, shift to the right, shift to the left. This is our Nikon version. So let's mount our Nikon lens here. Line up the white dot with the red dot on the camera. There we go. Line up the red dot on the adapter with the red dot on the Fuji camera. Now we can push this silver button right here, and we can actually shift the lens left or right. And then if we want to rotate the lens, there's this little silver button right here. You press that down, and you can rotate the lens to different parts of the camera, which means you can shift up and down. This is an incredibly useful tool for architecture photographers who want to correct perspective distortion in their architecture photography. But another thing you can do with the shift adapter is you can actually shoot a panorama. Shift to the left, take a picture, shift to the right and take a picture, and then take both of those images in post and stitch them together. And there you go. Now you have a high-resolution, true panoramic image. Here are all the lenses our Fuji X-mount shift adapters support. Okay, shift adapters are pretty useful, but what if you want a little more control? Well, that's where our tilt rocker comes in. Not only can you shift with this adapter, but you can also tilt up and down, which gives you a lot more creative control with your image. By tilting, you can actually manipulate the focal plane for selective focus images. Just line up the mounting dot on your lens with the mounting dot on the adapter, then just mount it on your camera. And now not only can you shift left and right, but by adjusting this golden knob here, you can actually tilt. And by pushing this gold button here, you can rotate the mount so you can tilt different directions, rotate it all around, and tilt up. And then to lock it in place, just tighten the golden knob. There you go. So the tilt rocker is an amazing tool for tilt shift photography and tilt shift video. You know, tilt shift lenses aren't cheap, but with the tilt rocker, you can turn pretty much any adapted lens into a tilt shift lens. Here are all the lens mount types our Fuji X-mount tilt rockers support. Let's say you want to mount a medium format lens on your Fujifilm X-mount camera. Well, we actually offer quite a few different options to let you do that. This is our Hasselblad B to Fujifilm X-mount adapter, and it allows you to mount these massive, beastly Hasselblad B lenses onto your camera. Just mount it on the adapter, mount it on the camera, and as you can see, the lens is almost as heavy as the camera, which is why we supply a tripod foot on the adapter itself, so you can kind of balance the weight between the camera and lens. Medium format lenses are beautiful. Some of them aren't that expensive. You can find them used for decent prices depending on which mount you go with. And even with the Fuji's crop, you're still going to get a beautiful image. You're going to be shooting right through the sweet spot of the lens, and I highly recommend trying this out. It's a lot of fun. Here are all the medium format lenses our adapters support for Fujifilm X-mount cameras. The last two adapters we're going to look at are a little more niche. This is our PL to Fuji X adapter. This allows you to mount PL cinema lenses to your Fujifilm X-mount camera, which actually isn't as crazy as it sounds because some of these newer Fuji cameras have really, really great video capabilities. And if you either own or rent PL lenses and you have this camera, this adapter is going to be essential. And then we've got our Arri B to Fuji X adapter. Similar, it allows you to mount Arri B cinema lenses to your Fujifilm X-mount camera. Again, if you own these lenses or you rent them and you're a filmmaker and you have a Fujifilm X-mount camera, this adapter is a no-brainer. It's got a breech lock built into it, a tripod foot to balance the weight with your camera. So yeah, if you are a filmmaker and you're looking to adapt cinema lenses to your Fuji X-mount camera, we've got you covered. Okay, that's a look at our pro line of lens adapters for Fujifilm X-mount cameras. Now, if you have a question about any of the adapters I featured in today's video, comment below. I'd love to help you out. And if you're looking for a specific adapter that I didn't mention in the video, also comment below, because odds are we have it and I'd love to help you find it. Click the links in the description below to get any of the products featured in today's video. And click right here to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more videos just like this one. I'm Sean with Fotodiox.com, and thanks for watching.